Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
It should be up now.
Yeah, there. Not yet. Not yet. There it is. Instantly give the thingy a like. That's my main account. Bento. We are live. What is that thingy called? A galaxy next door. Discuss the announcement of the anime. Anime quarters. Top 10 anime of week 3 plus so much more. Okay, love that. Tweet is about to go live. And away we go. Coolio. Alright, well, whenever you guys are ready, we can get it crack-a-lackin', that's for sure.
Okay, let me
Let's go.
The sooner, the better.
Okay. Here we go. So yeah, just come in when you're ready, eh?
Alright, let me make sure I'm watching. I am. Yeah.
Okay.
What is everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to episode 47. Episode 47 of the Bento Boxcast. Of course, as always, per usual, you already know the vibes. We are here joined by myself, Hector, Ultra V-Man, Renee, Renegades, and of course, Rafa Bot Gaming. If you guys didn't know, we all stream on Twitch, you know, here and there. Rafa does stream a variety of games. He is a variety streamer. I myself am also a variety streamer. Our links to the description will be in down below, as well as Renee, who is a sick ass art streamer. You'll love to see it. And I mean, yeah, like I said, everything will be in the description down below when it comes to our links for the Twitch streams. And yeah, Renee, I'll let you I'm doing early shout outs here, okay? Because I figured we might as well switch it up. People, come in. I want us to give out the shout outs at the beginning instead of the end now. Kind of changing it up. But Renee, you also have something you want to shout out, so go for it.
Yeah, just want to give a quick shout out to, if you guys haven't heard, Artisan Gamer Shop. It's an Etsy shop that me and Alex had created. We make art and gaming inspired mugs and decor. So if you haven't had a chance to check us out, we definitely appreciate it. Artisan Gamer Shop.
Yo, of course, you love to hear it. You love to see it. Now, if you guys don't know, we record these live every single week. So make sure to tune in so you can be a part of the conversation, just like Recent is down below. Hi, Recent. We see you. Thank you. Love you. Yeah, so every week I would like to ask this question to everybody, on the pod. And of course, I'd love to hear from you guys, the listeners, in the comments down below or wherever you tweet at us, either or. But I just always ask, how was your guys' anime week? So, of course, we're going to start off with the lovely Rafa. Rafa, how was your anime week, Mr. Grumpy Pants?
It's pretty good. I'm not grumpy, so I don't know why you're pushing that narrative. Okay. No, it was a good week. I checked out that one show. It's in the top 10. The one with the Chinese general.
Oh, yeah. Comin or whatever.
Yeah, I watched the first episode. It's really, really funny. It's really, the concept is pretty cool. It's like the fish out of water type thing. Like, he died and then he was reborn into the future or whatever, or like the present time. It's really, really funny. Like he comes back on Halloween night and he's like, is this hell? Like he thinks he's in hell because everybody's like in costumes and shit. And like, it's really good stuff. It's actually, I can see why it's in the top 10. It's really funny. It's for sure gonna be the comedy of the season.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good stuff. Yeah, keeping up with the rest of the other shows. Hararen. I can never remember the name, but the one Sassy Life comedy with the high schoolers sounds. I'm still enjoying the hell out of that. And I know we're gonna talk about it like later on tonight, but I'm conflicted between Best Girl. I can't decide anymore. If it's you're from Spy X Family or it's Shikimori from Shikimori.
You are terrible with names.
I am. I'm really bad with names, but I'm conflicted. I can't choose anymore.
Yours Best Girl. Yours
it's definitely your.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This I really liked Shikimori this episode a lot. So I'm very conflicted, but hey, who knows? We'll see how it goes. It's still early.
It's only week 3.
Exactly.
But yeah, Renee, how about you?
My week's been okay. I'm not. I don't know. This season isn't for me. I'm only really catching up with just a couple shows from this season. There's nothing else that's really like grabbing my attention. I'm watching. It was recommended for me last pod. Doro. I'm kind of keeping up with that. I'm on episode. I believe I'm on episode 8. So yeah, besides the, Spy X and Shikimori-San Isnt Just, like this season, I'm just not vibing with it. So I'm kind of taking this time to just kind of watch other things in between. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's super fair. I mean, yeah, I feel like I kind of also got into like a little bit of a rut now because the anime that I was watching, I mean, I know I had mentioned like 12, but like I'm really not liking Shield Hero right now. I definitely don't like Shikimori, but we just truck through. And then like yeah, I feel like everything else is kind of just like kind of meh. But there's some good ones. There's some good ones that stand out, but it's just kind of how it is. You got to roll the dice every season. It looks like this wasn't our time, Renee. This season was not it for us. But hey, we'll see. Maybe there's some hidden gems in there that we got to check out. But speaking of hidden gems, right? Like I have never heard of some of the stuff that came out this week. For example, I believe it literally came out today. But a galaxy. Well, this is first of all, this news is coming from Anime Corner, and a Galaxy Next Door anime announced, and it was announced for a 2023 release date, which was also revealed. Now, it is a seinen manga. A Galaxy Next Door is getting an anime adaptation by Asahi Production. A teaser visual which states the 2023 release date has been revealed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of intrigued. It's a very, you would think it's very like bland, right? But it's like an umbrella. There's a galaxy underneath it. Beautiful girl with blonde hair, blue eyes. It's just, yeah, you just never know. It's very mysterious. Taku Yashiro and Yu Wakui are voicing the main duo. Ichiro Kuga and Shiori Goshiki. Ryuichi Kiyomura Akatsu is directing the anime. The anime is based on the manga written by Gido Amagakure, Sweetness and Lightning, and recently licensed by Kodansha US in English. So, to describe the plot, ever since their father died, Ichiro Kuga has struggled to support his two younger siblings on nothing but a small inheritance and his passion for drawing manga. But it's becoming harder to keep up with growing responsibilities and deadlines, especially after his last two assistants quit to follow their dreams. Just as he's nearing his breaking point, the beautiful and scarily competent Shiori Goshiki applies to become his new assistant. But there's something almost otherworldly about Goshiki, and soon Kuga finds his reality turned upside down when she suddenly declares them engaged to marry. Oh, what the hell? That was a cool twist. I was not expecting that, but I will say it sounds rather interesting. At least to me, this isn't really something that I would normally like gravitate towards, anime wise. But the story kind of sounds like something I might want to like check out. And I mean, I really like the character design already. I know we only see like one character, but I like it, and it's just something that I'm looking forward to. And I don't know how popular this anime is, or rather this manga, but it's really cool to see like more new stuff getting kind of like pushed out there. That we're not exactly, I guess, at least I know for me, it's not on my radar. So I wonder like how excited people are about it, and like what exactly people are saying about it, because it's pretty cool. So how do you guys feel about it? Do you guys think you're gonna check it out? Do you guys like the plot kind of summary? Obviously, there's a lot more to it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll check it out, see what's it about. Like why did like the whole thing with the marriage or whatever? Like, were they friends when they were kids? Is it doing like that type of trope when they're like little kids and they like, hey, let's get married when we grow up? Like that whole thing they do in anime. Like, is it gonna be something like that, or like is she an alien? Like the whole thing with the galaxy shit.
Ooh.
Who knows? I don't know. There's endless possibilities. Like the galaxy itself. You like that, Hector? I did that for you, dude. Check it out.
That was a good one. Okay,
Yeah,
maybe you're not grumpy today.
Hey,
maybe you're in a
see,
good mood.
Hey,
Okay,
man.
okay,
That was a
okay.
little cringe. I'm sorry. That was a
Wow.
No.
You know what?
No,
I'm just gonna be
Rafa-
grumpy. I'm just gonna be grumpy.
Yeah, okay, go for it. Yep, I agree now.
I don't care. The show sucks. I'm kidding. No, I'm looking forward to it. Like you said, the character design of the main girl, that's nice. She's pretty. The whole thing with the galaxy thing, like, how's that really gonna fit into it? And the whole marriage proposal thing, like that's like the twist to it, right? Like she's gonna be his assistant, but they're gonna be like engaged to each other. Like, how's that really gonna affect things? So it sounds like it's gonna be like a slice of life romance anime with like maybe a touch of like, I don't say supernatural, but maybe there's like something.
That would be cool.
Something special,
ominous, mysterious,
right? Something a little bit different.
I like that.
Kind of mixes things up a little bit. That's kind of like the feel that I'm getting here. So yeah, definitely something I'm going to keep an eye out. This is coming out next year, so we have something else to look forward to for next year.
Mm-hmm. I believe also Attack on Titan's coming out next year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I hope
so what do you think, Renee? I know this is like, I mean, no, you kind of semi like romance slice of life. I mean, Horimi was romance slice of life.
Yeah, man, I don't know what I like anymore. It's just,
Hell yeah, that's
I'm
what I'm
liking a little
talking
bit of
about.
everything these days. No, I mean, it's hard to tell from like just reading like, what the show's gonna be about. Just a couple visuals. I would like to see more like of a trailer, and I'm sure we'll probably like get one later on. But the story itself sounds interesting. I just want to see more. But I mean, like Rafa was kind of saying, like it sounds like a slice of life. type of anime, but like maybe if there are hints of like supernatural, that might like hook me.
Mhm.
But we'll see. But the story sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fully agree. Now on to this other cool thing, which I've heard of their studio, but I don't remember from where. It was recently announced also today from Anime Corner that Studio Colorido, uh, and Netflix are going to co-produce 3 anime films. Now we all know and love
That's cool.
anime films. You know, we're excited for that kind of stuff. I forget exactly what Studio Colorido did, because I know I've heard their name before, 100%.
Hmm.
I'm actually gonna also try to look that up on the side as well. But now the cool part about it is that they will be co-producing 3 anime movies, which is always great. We love to see that. But the animation Studio Colorido has signed a multi-year deal with the streaming giant Netflix to co-produce a total of 3 anime films. The list includes an upcoming film from Tomotaka Shibayama, the director of Whisker Away. The movie still doesn't have a title, but it's set for a release in 2024. In a comment published on the official website, Shibayama explained the concept behind the upcoming movie. The new film I am currently planning is a tale of mysterious love, and it takes that takes place during a winter season. I would like to deliver a work that will be a cheer up song for everyone, while carefully depicting the extraordinary things that come suddenly in daily lives and the emotional growth of characters we hope you will enjoy. And it looks like they give like a little sketch, I would say, of what potentially the characters might look like in the end. And I mean, I like it. Give me some more romance stuff. All about it, 100%. Now, Shibayama directed A Whisker Away alongside Junichi Sato in 2020. The movie was a Netflix original and is streaming exclusively on the platform, so you can definitely still check that out currently. Um, Now, according to the Studio Colorido's president, Koji Yamamoto, the deal with Netflix will aim to create works that really show the uniqueness of the studio's creative direction. And he also added that they have been working hard and moving forward in their own way to achieve this goal. Now, Studio Colorido is currently celebrating its 10th anniversary. Their first movie, Hinata no Ashigure, was released in 2013. Over the years, they have worked on a number of fan favorite successful titles, including Burn the Witch, Pokemon Twilight Wings. There you go. That's exactly what I remember them from, and more. The studio has also worked on original web animations, including Fascinating Days, Boo Boo and Bulbina, and Star Wars Visions Tatooine Rhapsody. There you go. A special montage video celebrating their works has recently revealed. It's really cool. Once I started reading that and kind of just looked into Studio Colorido, I definitely really like their work. I mean, they did Burn the Witch with me, which me and Rafa watched the 3 episodes of. Star Wars Visions, they did an absolute like phenomenal job on the episodes that they worked on. And of course, like the Twilight Wings saga for Pokemon, like it just looks so good. They also do Poke-Tunes, and a few other cool stuff. Wonder Garden, if you guys have ever watched that. Typhoon no Noruda, which is a Typhoon Noruda, which is another movie, and a bunch of other cool stuff. Like a lot of their work is really, really great, and I'm super excited for them to do more. And I mean, yeah, like I said, I'm all about like romance movies, 100%. Super down to watch more of that. But yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, I don't know if you have seen any of their work before or have heard of them before, but I mean, personally for me, I think it's something to definitely look forward to.
If you guys are really interested in like a romance slice of life supernatural anime, Whiskered Away is good. It's a movie done by the studio on Netflix. It's only on Netflix. It's a really good it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. It's one of those like high, top picks like anime movies that's only on Netflix. It's cool to see that Netflix is still trying to like kind of push that like actual Netflix original anime, because Netflix is this thing where they get like the streaming rights and then they're like, hey, it's a Netflix original, which is like it's not really a Netflix original. The only reason they call that is because they got the streaming rights for it. This is actually gonna be like an actual Netflix original work anime, so that's cool to see. And also they kind of need it, you know, that boost, because Netflix, I don't know if you guys heard, but Netflix is suffering right now. Then
Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah, so like they need something to kind of like help them out, and I guess, you know, this is a reason why. Well, at least for me, it's a reason to kind of keep that Netflix subscription around, kind of see what what are these movies are going to be about? You know, are they going to be worth it? You know, to keep on continuing using Netflix, because like honestly, I don't really use Netflix like that anymore, like I used to. It's yeah, if I'm watching anime, it's mostly Crunchyroll, especially now with like the whole Funimation thing, and like if I'm watching the other stuff, like honestly, like if it's not Disney Plus, it's like Hulu, it's HBO Max, right? And maybe Hulu every once in a while. Like so, yeah, they kind of need a shot in the arm, and
Something.
maybe anime is like that weighted is at that corner, you know, like that, you know,
Oof.
even though there's like big competition with Crunchyroll, but who knows? Maybe they'll find their audience there, right? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this like with these original movies, this might be the path they should go down.
Hmm. I mean, I would say like, for someone who, yeah, like who uses all these streaming services, there is a lot more anime available on all these services, including Netflix. I feel like their anime section in particular has grown a lot over like the past year and a half. Um, so it just shows you that like anime is just becoming such a big thing right now. And I do have hope for these three films just, being Netflix originals and it being, anime. I think they're gonna do well. I really, really think so. Like I said, there's a lot of people, worldwide who are obsessed with anime. I think this is a good time to do it. So I mean, I hope they perform well. Um, but yeah, I mean, this sounds really cool. I'm not familiar with the studio. I am gonna put that Whiskers Away movie on my list. Um, but I just want to see more.
Yeah, I think that's super fair. And I mean, yeah, like it looks really cool. So I'm definitely super excited for it, and or just anything really they put out. But speaking of like just stuff that's going on currently that we can look forward to and just kind of continue to like just watch, monitor, make sure anything is moving in the right direction, or ultimately really just truthfully, honestly, and respectfully just put out our opinion on what we like. This week is another week that we get to talk about Anime Corner's top 10 anime of the week. Now this is voting for the week of April 15th to April 22nd. And we also had about 22,500 people that responded. So that's super dope to see more and more people are starting to respond and kind of put their voice out on what they're watching on these, like I said, these said websites, right? Just kind of voicing out what they really like throughout the week. Now we're gonna start at number 10, and I'm not gonna lie, 10 already. I wouldn't say it surprises me, but it does seem kind of crazy to think that such a big anime is at the number 10 spot, and that is none other than the Rising of the Shield Hero season 2. It dropped 4 spots from number 6 to number 10. To be completely honest, the newest episode came out recently, and I am not necessarily looking forward to watching it. So I'm not too surprised that it is exactly where it's at. I mean, yeah, it's like I don't really know what else to say about it. It's kind of kind of honestly a little depressing because it was the hypest show this season. Like a lot of people were looking forward to this episode of this show the most, and it's kind of not really putting out right now, which is it's kind of really surprising. But yeah, we'll see how things develop. We are in the third week. I believe this is episode 2 though. That they're kind of I guess episode 2 that they're judging on, but I'm not entirely sure. So we'll see. We'll see. But we move on to number 9 at Comey Can't Communicate season 2, jumping up from number 14 to number 9. I have not been keeping up with the show whatsoever.
We can't.
So, what do you mean we can't?
It's not on Netflix yet, is it? On our side?
It might be.
I don't think so. I think Netflix is doing that thing where they don't release it until. This might be from. I think I could be wrong, but this is how they did season 1. When they originally aired with season 1, Netflix Japan got it every week, and we didn't get into like later on in the season.
Oh, okay.
So I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we here in the States cannot see the show yet.
Okay. Unless, and I'm not condoning this, Sail the
Yeah.
seven seas.
Yeah. Because you best believe I would have been watching this right now.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, cool. So, but yeah, I mean, apparently those who are watching it, they absolutely love it because it is at number 9, jumping up a total of 5 spots, which is crazy. One that is rather surprising, I guess, because people had hyped this show up quite a bit. Staying in at the number 8 spot, back to back weeks. Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. I mean, yeah. Personally, I kind of agree. I don't think it's a top 5, even top 3 anime. It might be able to be. Who knows? But I mean, yeah. I kind of feel a little disappointed, and I expected a lot more. I expected
Mm.
dress up darling levels of greatness, and I'm not getting it. At least for me. So we'll see, but we'll talk about it later on a lot more. But it's staying at the number 8 spot according to everybody else on this list, who have voted. At number 7, a new arrival to the scene. It has been on the list prior, but it is a new arrival to the top 10 list, shooting up a total of 9 spots. I'm pretty sure that is the highest we've ever seen any anime shoot up. It is Summertime Rendering at number 7, previously number 16. This is that psychological like thriller anime that we were talking about. I have not yet watched it, but this 100% gives me hope. And I will probably be checking it out as early as tomorrow. I believe there are 3 episodes out already, so I will 100% be checking it out. I'm very excited for it. And yeah, have you guys even checked it out yet? I know kind of we brought it up when we were thinking about it, but
It's on my list, but do you know where it's streaming on? Because I'm having a hard time finding like
I'm
certain shows this
pretty sure
season.
it's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, it's on
Oh
Prime.
yeah,
Okay.
I think it's on Prime Video. So yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, and if not, I'll probably confirm that later on, and I'll tell you guys because I do want to check this out as well. Now at number 6, going down 1 spot, previously number 5, The Executioner and Her Way of Life. You know, it started off really strong, but that was the week before Spy Family and other stuff kind of came in. It has kind of been taking a downward trend as of late, but you know, I mean, it's to be expected. You can't really compete with the juggernauts that are out this week, or rather out this season. But at number 6 is still a solid spot. We're halfway through. Speaking of halfway, at number 5, we have your boy Comin dropping down from number 4 to number 5. And man, was it so worth, because at number 4, my God, Rafa, I think I could say this for the both of us. We love this anime. Love After World Domination, jumping up from rank 7 to rank 4. I
told you.
This is one of the animes that I look forward to every week. It's good.
I told you, watching episode 1, I'm like, I knew this is going to be a good show.
And it was, and it 100% is. And it looks like the audience also agrees, because it jumped up a total 3 spots from lower 10 to top 4. Crazy stuff. And if you saw last week, you're not going to be surprised. Date A Live 4 stayed at the number 3 spot. Kaguya-sama, Love is War, Ultimate Romantic stayed at the number 2 spot. And of course, without a doubt, no surprise, Spy X Family is at the number 1 spot once again this week. And if you don't think you're his best girl, you're trolling. You're actually throwing. It's crazy to not think that yours best girl, and even then runner up Anya, because oh my God, Anya's so freaking cute.
She's adorable. I feel like the top 3 spots are solidified here. I don't think they're gonna change.
I will say the only one that might change is the number 2 and number 3 spot, because I don't know if you see on the list, right? It says down 0.55% drop.
Yeah.
And then, people are kind of voting a little bit for. Well, it's not really much. If you really look at it, it's not much.
For sure, Spy Family's number 1. Maybe Kaguya-sama and Date A Live, they might switch here and there with 2 and 3. But the top 3 are set. It's Spy Family, Kaguya-sama, and Date A Live. These are the top 3 anime of the season. Like, they're the best of the best. Just in popularity. Not for me specifically. Spy Family, of course, is the best anime of the season. I've said that, and we all agree. We all agree that's just how it is. But there's other shows that I'm enjoying more than other shows, and like Kaguya-sama, I only saw the first season, and Date A Live I never watched. So, yeah, but these are big hit shows right here, and yeah. It's good. It's good to see. I'm just glad that Spy Family's getting the love that it deserves, because that seriously is the best show this season, hands down.
Absolutely. Now, I don't even know. I really don't know what Date A Live is about. Like, to be completely honest with you, like I've heard of it, obviously, right? Like, who hasn't heard of Date Alive? But
Yeah.
it's just like,
I don't
just
know.
don't really know what it's about.
I don't know.
It's a Japanese light novel, series written by Koshi Tachibana. Plot. The series begins with a strange phenomenon called the spatial quake, devastating the center of Eurasia, resulting in at least 150 million casualties for the next 30 years. Smaller spatial quakes plague the world on an irregular basis. The present, Shido, a seemingly ordinary high school student, comes across a mysterious girl at the ground zero of a spatial quake. He learns from his adoptive sister Kotori that the girl is one of the spirits from different dimensions who are the real cause. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, I mean, I can see why people like it. Sounds interesting. Pretty sure it's like a battle princess mech thing. Like battle suits and stuff. When I say mech, I mean like battle suits and stuff. But still cool. I actually might check it out now. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, are we surprised at all at the number 10 or top 10 list? I feel like there's some surprising stuff, I'm not gonna lie. That like maybe certain anime shouldn't be there, or like anime that we're a little disappointed in, or maybe expected more out of. For me, I mean, at least Shikimori, considering how much people hyped this anime up and how much we really saw of like the first episode and all the Shikimori like serious face, like you just saw it everywhere on Twitter and on like Instagram and YouTube and stuff. And like, yeah, Shield Hero, which was on everybody's like every chart, anime list thing on the web. That was always the number one show for the season. Like, to think that these two shows are as low as they are. Also, Summertime Rendering being as good as it is, jumping up 9 spots. Like, I feel like there's like some pretty surprising stuff out here, especially Love After World Domination. I know I liked it a lot, but I didn't think it was gonna get the love like that to jump up to 4th spot.
Yeah, with Shikimori, I don't know. I like it. I don't see a problem with it. I like especially this last episode. I really enjoyed it, even though that's not what they're voting on or for this list. But I just like the whole just them hanging out and shit, and like and she's like cool and she's like protecting him and shit. Like, I don't know, it's nice. It's cool to see.
Yep.
And like I guess the reason why I was saying like I'm kind of conflicted here is because like she wears glasses, which I thought was great, and when she's like, this is going into the new episode, but like when she's like,
yeah, before you go, hold on, spoiler warning, just so you guys know, we will be talking about the anime now. So Shikimori-San Isnt Just Cutie episode 3 reactions review. Here we go. Rafa, just give us the rundown, brother. Give us the rundown. What happened this episode?
Yeah, so the main guy, I don't remember his name. They're at school, and his friend's like, "Hey, I got these movie tickets. I can't go because I worked the weekend, and they're only for this weekend. So I'm giving them to you. You take them. You go wherever you want into the movies." And as this conversation is going, Shikimori's hearing the whole thing, and she's all like getting excited, and she's like, "Oh shit, please take me to the movies," type thing. Like, it was really cute of her. And then he goes out to her, like, "Hey, you want to go to the movies?" She's like, "Yeah, let's go." So they go to the movies, and they go see a scary movie. And he was like, as they're kind of like picking one movie to see, he's kind of fantasizing like, "Oh, like I'm gonna have to hold her hand, like I might even try to kiss her, or like maybe she gets scared, and then watching a scary movie, and like I kind of show her how manly I am and not get scared and shit like that." And like the opposite happens. He's fucking terrified, and she's there like to comfort him and shit like that. So it's just some wholesome, romance type shit going on. It was great. And then afterwards, they're gonna eat. I think it said pancakes or something like that. And because this guy just has the worst luck ever in the world, he lost his wallet. So then he's like, "Damn, we don't got money to go eat." And that's when they run into his parents, and they're like out shopping. They're like, "Hey, just come over for dinner, both of you guys. Like, we'll make a whole thing out of it, like a whole big feast or whatever." And she comes over. Shikimori comes over for dinner, and then they eat. It's wholesome as shit, and like she bonds with the family, and like it's just some really good stuff. And then they kind of give you hints of like where his his bad luck and clumsiness comes from, and it's from his mom because she's also clumsy. Like she almost accidentally stabs the main guy with a fork.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
unfortunate.
yeah, and yeah, and then like he falls asleep after dinner, and then she just bonds with the parents, which is really cool to see. And I just love how she calls them like mom and dad, just off the cuff like that. Like that was just some good stuff. And I don't know, it was a really wholesome, fun episode. Just them hanging out, them being on a date, and you can see them just kind of spending time with each other. I mean, I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I like it, and like I don't need Shikimori to be fucking super badass, every week. We saw her kick that thing in episode 1. She, I'm cool. I'm cool with it for now. I guess my favorite scene. I guess like the reason why I'm like so conflicted. Like, damn, like Yuri's great. I love her. She's the best. But like this episode, I was just like, oh my god, Shikimori, she's awesome, bro. Like, first of all, she wears glasses, but like she only wears glasses at home. So yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but like when she's at school and she's out and about, she doesn't have her glasses on. So I mean, she's wearing contacts, but at home she's wearing glasses. I thought that was like adorable. That's like a nice touch to it, and like how she was like trying to figure out what outfit to wear and things like that. And then we got to meet like her brother and like how like he was like super cool and shit or whatever.
Yeah, I like the brother a lot.
Yeah, it was just a really good episode. Just for me all around, I'm liking the show a lot. For me, as of right now, this is my second favorite show of the season. Wow. Yeah, I'm really liking it. I just love everything about it. Like I want her to protect me. I've said it all the other weeks we talked about it, but yeah, man, this is just a good fucking wholesome slice of life romance anime. It's good shit. Like this is the stuff that I want. This is what I wanted out of Dress Up Darling. I just like I want this, and I'm fine, and I'm getting it. So hell yeah, I'm all for it.
Okay. Renee, what'd you think?
So I like this show too. I mean, granted, I'm not watching a lot of shows from this season. It's literally this and Spy X Family, but it's cute. Like I take it for what it is. It's you have a couple, and you have a girl who's like super awesome, and then a boyfriend who's super clumsy, and like they just kind of like complement each other, and it's really their dynamic is super cute. I mean, it's only episode 3 or 4. I think episode 3 or 4, whatever episode it was. But I do want to see more of Shikimori. I'm like starting to notice certain things, but I don't know if they're bad or good. So like, okay, so like in the beginning of this episode, the friend who had the tickets, she was jealous at first. Like she heard the conversation, and I feel like at one point she thought maybe Izumi was gonna go with the friend, and she did not like that. And I was like, okay, girl, like you need to chill. Like this is his friend. Like don't overreact. But you saw her fuming. So I'm like, red flag, not sure. Number 2, when she's in her room and her brother walks in, he asks her, oh, like, or she's like, yeah, I'm going to the movies, whatever, with a friend. And then the brother was like, just a friend? And she was like, yeah. So, like, here you have Izumi and his family who know Shikimori. They're open about their relationship or whatever. But then here, Shikimori's side of the family, like, she's hiding her. I don't know. Maybe it's me looking too much into it. But I want to see more of her. I do like her. I do like Izumi. I know they care for each other. I just feel like there's like a side of her we're not seeing yet. Maybe that's just me. Am I crazy?
I don't know. Maybe they are putting hints. Maybe they are putting hints for like maybe some conflict in the future. That would actually shake things up. That actually would be very interesting.
That would be very interesting.
It would definitely add more to the show. Like I would like to show more of like there's an actual, they show the other side of relationships, right? Not just them hanging out having a great time. They actually show the side that that we all end up going through in a relationship. Fighting and arguing or whatever, that jealousy and shit like that. Like that would be really cool. I would give the show a hell of a lot of props if they do that. So
I'd
It
be
would be
really
cool.
surprised.
yeah, I would be very surprised too. I don't think they're gonna do it. I honestly don't think they're
It
gonna
would
do it.
Well, the only reason, and like the mom, but like even when Shikimori's having the conversation with the mom, even the mom was like, "Hey, like I know how my son is, and you're very patient with him, but there's gonna be some hardships. Like you guys are definitely gonna like kind of go through some stuff." Like the mom was already kind of saying those kinds of things, even though Shikimori was like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna protect him always." But I don't know, like I think I would like to see more. I would like to see the uglier side, because it makes it a little bit more real, right? Like not
Mhm.
everything's perfect. Relationships aren't perfect. And if they do that, that'd be awesome. But I mean, regardless, this is just me nitpicking, this episode. It's still really good. I think it's still I mean, I love Shikimori, I love Izumi, I love that he's so clumsy. Like he tries so hard to not be. Like he tries to prepare himself. Like the whole him losing his wallet, he tied his wallet to a string onto his pants so he wouldn't lose it again. And then of course,
Yeah,
like
of course he
it
lost
just
it.
ripped
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm like, I feel for this kid, but he's so positive, and I admire that about him. And Shikimori admires that too. Because he's always in good spirits, even though the shittiest things happen to him
Hmm.
all the time. I don't know. It's good. It's good stuff. I
Hmm.
That's
like
fair.
it.
I feel like I'm on the opposite side. I definitely like this episode better than episode 1 and 2. I'll say that.
Okay.
I like this episode a lot better than episode 1 and 2. Because he wasn't as useless. Like he was useless, but he wasn't as
Well,
useless.
the
I
thing
like that.
is,
Like he prepared at the beginning of the episode where he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna leave early because I know this shit's gonna happen. So like I'm prepared." And then it kind of went okay, but then as obviously the episode went on, you're like, oh. Like I get it. That's the trope he's going for, the clumsy guy, and right. But
yeah,
that's
but
just not for me.
bro, so many shit is not even his fault. Like that's just the universe coming out to get him.
Yeah, okay, but that's still
Well,
like that's still I don't know, man. That's still whatever. That's still part of him. And like I'm not a big fan of it. But I think just Shikimori just continues to like I like Shikimori. She's cool. And I just wish that he was a little bit better than he is, and that's the part that irritates me. I really like them introducing her brother as well. I was like, yo, that's a cool fucking character design.
he's
Um
cute.
yeah,
He's
and so I was
handsome.
just like, oh, that too, yeah, 100%. But like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna agree. Yeah, he was. I was like, wow, just like she slays with the guys, I'm sure he slays with the girls. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, hmm.
So then there's that, but yeah, I think it's just cool. Um, just seeing them two, right? I also thought it was kind of weird how she like didn't really say boyfriend and things like that, and
Mm-hmm.
I also noticed I was
See?
like, and she was being like super like jealous and stuff. I don't know. Sometimes Shikimori can be a little too much, a little extra, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I definitely like this episode better than the other two, for sure. Episode 2 was the one I absolutely hate the most, though. Oh my god, that was terrible. But I will say this is not the anime that I'm looking forward to the most this season. I'm pretty sure it's like towards the bottom, but this episode surprised me because I'm coming in with extremely low expectations into this anime. So I was like, oh, it wasn't too bad. Episode 3 not bad. But it's just not for me. I
It's
still in my eyes Joseph Darling above this, but I know if you guys probably don't agree.
no, I'm liking this more because I'm getting that what I wanted. Dress up Darling to do is that relationship of them hanging out, them being together. Like that's what I wanted.
Mm.
And I'm getting it, so that's great. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this show. Every week it gets better for me, more and more. So yeah, man, it's going good. I can't wait for next week. There's only I only have 4 shows that I'm making sure that I'm like up to date on every single episode.
Which
Uh,
are Spy Family?
Spy Family, Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, Dance Dance to Soar, the ballet one, and
And Love After World Domination?
no, I guess no. Then that'll
Whoa.
be 5 then. I forgot that. I forgot about that one. Then it's 5 then because it's World Domination,
So what's the
and
5th one?
it's the slice of life comedy one.
Oh,
I,
Kongming?
Coming. Mm-hmm.
no, the other one.
Oh.
The
Oh,
I was
Aharen-san?
Aharen-san, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Dude, okay, I saw a clip of I think it was episode 3 maybe of like they went to like to her first time seeing rap or listening to rap, and then like that was a funny ass clip because like okay, so Renee, like they go to, I guess the two protagonists, they go to like you saw it?
No, this is comin.
Oh no, this is the Aharen-san.
Aharen-san.
Where like she's like a cute little girl, and then
they're in high school
together.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so yeah, so like there's a scene where they go to like the CD, I guess, record store or whatever, and it's the first time for Aharen-san, which is a little girl with purple hair, to like listen to rap. And then the next day, apparently, she like listened to rap all night, and so she meets the main guy, and so he looks at her, he's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And he's like, "Wow, I would never imagine her to listen to rap." And so she pulls out a microphone out of her purse and starts to rap to him, and like, it was just so fucking funny. Like everything she was thinking of, she's like, "I hope." What was the line? She's like, "I hope the teacher like." Tells us we don't have a quiz because I didn't study for it. I fucking laughed hard as shit while I was listening to that. I was like, damn, this almost got me to watch the anime because that one scene was so fucking good. It was so good.
I would say just try it out to see if you like it because there's a lot of gags like that where like it doesn't the show does not take itself seriously. There's a lot of really goofy, really out there gags. Like in episode 1. The main guy was trying to communicate with the girl, and because she's so soft spoken, and like he's thinking like the different ways to communicate with each other, and like it was just cutting from gag to gag. Like they were sending each other like a bow and arrow with like little notes tied to each other, you know, or like smoke.
I heard there was like smoke signals. Yeah,
yeah, shit like that. So like it's really goofy. It's like you don't take it seriously at all. It's really good stuff. It's a really funny show. I like it a lot. So. Like there's a lot of like those like little highlight moments in the episode where it just gets really silly like that.
Yeah, but that rap scene, Renee, I'm gonna try to find it and send it to you. It was fucking funny. Like I legit laughed so hard when I was watching that. but yeah, speaking of something that I for one am super excited about, I think it's in all our minds the number one anime of this season. Spy Family episode 3, our reactions. So once again, spoiler warning if you guys want to hear this. We'll see you guys in anime swap towards the end of the pod. But Rafa, once again with your eloquent and beautiful and serotonin filled. Serotonin, the good thingy, right? That's the good.
Yes.
That's what yeah. Sure. You give off serotonin.
Nice.
Rafa, tell us about Spy Family episode
3. Spy Family episode 3. I'm trying to remember.
Me too.
It opens up.
This was the getting ready for the interview, no?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So they're getting ready for the interview. Oh yeah. So your moves in. You know, she has like her boxes or whatever, right? They start. They're bringing in all her stuff or whatever, and she's getting kind of settled in. Anya's just being adorable as ever, kind of giving her the tour of the. You know, of the house and stuff like that. Like, oh, this is Anya's room. This is the kitchen, and she's like, hey, I helped out, you know, cleaning the house, and then his name is Twilight, Moonlight. I forgot this guy's name. It's Twilight, right?
His secret name is Twilight.
Twilight. Yeah.
His like undercover name is Lloyd.
Okay, yeah, Lloyd. Lloyd's like, oh yeah, you helped a lot when you like when you tripped over the bucket of water, and like just. The gags are great. They're really funny stuff they're doing with Anya. And then, you know, you're settled in. She unpacked her bags or whatever, her boxes or whatever. And then, you know, Anya's like, hey, I'm going to help out. And there's that one box she didn't unpack. And that was like the box with like all her like assassination equipment, like her tools to kill people. And she's like, don't touch that box. Leave that box alone, you know. So then they pretty much they all settled in, you know, and then Lloyd's like, okay guys, let's practice for the interview, right? Because it's coming up. We need to be ready. We need to be in one unit. We kind of have to like pretend and really give off this performance that we actually are this family or whatever, you know, that we've been together this X amount of time or whatever. And they fail the practice exam horribly. The interview, they fuck it up left and right, and Lloyd's like, damn, like I'm losing faith here. I don't even think we're gonna be able to pull this shit off. So then they go out, you know, they go out to kind of spend like a family day together type of thing. They go to museums and they go to the theater They just spend time together, things like that. And then they're going for like they're walking through the park or whatever, and because they pretty much, Anya can't be in like crowded spaces for the most part, right? Because of her because of telepathy. I think that's how you say that correctly. It overwhelms her as they show us in this episode. She starts getting headaches, or like if it's a bunch of like negative thoughts flying around, and she gets scared. She doesn't want to be around shit like that, right? So they kind of had to like kind of get away from all that. So they went to the park, just kind of relax and kind of like unwind type of thing. And as they're kind of just hanging out at the park or whatever, they pretty much spot this old lady getting robbed, and Yor tries to go after him, but they lose him, and just like an awesome family, they kind of pull together in their own different ways. Everybody kind of uses their own like skills, right, so they can catch the burglar, the bad guy, and they return the wallet to the old lady, and I love how the old lady's just shaking their hands, like like yeah, exactly. It was really good stuff, and with that experience, they kind of got like, they ended up getting like more in touch with like them being a family, whatever. So like they do the whole fake interview again, and like they actually have good answers this time. Like, oh yeah, we go to the museum and we go to the park, and we spend time together, this and that, and like, and Anya's still saying funny things here and there, like, oh yeah, like dad beat up this guy and told him to like eat shit or something. I forgot the actual line. I just said that to say that, but like it was just really good stuff. It just even when the show is taking a step back, and this is like more of a slice of life episode than anything else we've seen the past few episodes. It was really just them hanging out. Like, that's like, there was no real spy shit happening. There was no assassination happening. There was nothing like big, right? Like storyline wise big. It was just them settling in, getting ready for the interview. Even a episode like that's as relaxed as this, it's still top notch. This is such a good fucking show. The comedy's there. You love these characters. You love seeing them interact with each other. Like this is just a top notch show. This is gonna be a show that's gonna be spoken about for years to come. This is a really fucking good show.
Yeah, I'm just glad we get like 25 episodes, man. Like, I'm incredibly excited about it.
Yeah. It's good stuff. Anya's hilarious. She's like, and she's always stealing the show. Anya, whenever she's on screen, you want to see what she's doing. You want to hear what funny shit she's saying in the background. Yor, I wish I could marry Yor. I wish she could assassinate me anytime. And
hey yo,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm. Yeah, and Lloyd's cool. Lloyd's real cool. He's a badass dude, So it's just all around great stuff. Yeah, and also a really cool thing that I like that the whole thing of them setting up the whole family, the interview thing, like they forged their marriage certificate to say that they've been married for a whole year. I don't know if you guys caught that, but it was like a quick line they threw out. So it was like they're really like taking their time and like trying to really make this into something, not just like, hey, we got married the other day. Like, no, like it's cool stuff, man. It's a really good, a really relaxed episode for the most part, but it's still setting up the actual story and still pushing the story along with small comments like that and seeing them grow together as a family. Great stuff.
Yeah, what'd you think, Renee?
Rafa said it all. I mean, like, this is the only show that like I really care about this season. Like, I don't really care about anything else. Like, this is my show. Like, I'm obsessed. I've already watched the episodes like multiple times already because like I just can't have enough. And I mean, I'm also watching this with Alex, and Alex is really into the show as well. So that's kind of cool that we get to watch it together.
Yeah.
He's so into it. He likes the whole like, the whole spy secret agent aspect of it. But it's not just that kind of show. You get a little bit of everything. And yeah, I just love the idea. Like, you have this like pretend family, and no one really knows who they are, like, besides Anya, because she can, she knows her mom's an assassin and her dad's a spy, but like no one knows anything about anything, but yet they're still a family and they still make it work. And I just thought this was a really cool episode that like showcased that, because like them going after the robber guy, like Anya used her powers to kind of like hint to her dad, like, hey, like, I want cake, and then it made him look that direction, and he noticed that the guy's walking pattern was different or something like that, and he was able to use his experience to figure who he was. And you're being a badass, jumping from, I don't even know where, some mountain. She literally jumped from like a mountain where they were and like ran all the way down. Like, she's super athletic and super badass. I think they're just so cool. Like, each character is super, super awesome. I really like Yor in this episode because she's hilarious. Like, she's very like surface level. And there was a moment where like, Lloyd was like, oh, I'll give you your time to like unpack. And she like unpacked everything in like 2 seconds. Like,
For real, yeah.
Here you go. Like, there was just a lot of like quirky moments. Like, I love her. Like, she's just great.
Yeah.
I love Lloyd. They're just really fun characters. They make the show so fun. Even if this episode wasn't as like action packed as the first two, you were still hooked from the very beginning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm obsessed. Like, for people who aren't like catching up with what's going on this season, if you had like watch Spy X Family, like, they're doing some great things, and it just looks absolutely incredible. And I still hate that I have to wait week after week to watch these episodes, but it's good. Good
It's
stuff.
so good, and I can tell you right now, the manga slaps. I am so excited.
You're reading?
I've already fully caught up. It did not take long.
You are.
It did not take long. It is so fucking good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Like, I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm so excited to see like what comes out. Like, anime wise. Yeah, there's like I can already think of like 5 scenes that are gonna come out that you two are gonna absolutely love. So like I'm so excited for like the 25 episodes that we're gonna get. I wonder where they're gonna end off, but we'll see. I mean, I absolutely love this show. So much so that it ended up pushing me to go read the manga. And I mean, yeah, like Anya and Lloyd and just their relationship is super funny. I love how like none of the stuff she does is like a red flag to him, like at all, and none of the stuff that he does isn't a red flag to her. Like, yeah. Yor is kind of oblivious, but like dumb,
Yes.
but in a not dumb way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's really fucking funny. And then Lloyd is just overly observant, but like her jumping off of like a mountain hill thing isn't like a wait, what? How is she this athletic?
Right.
It's just like she just in 2 seconds got to the bottom of the hill. But all right, sure. And then I mean, yeah, like I just love how Anya knows everything, and she's just like just there, just being her little self. I think this was also the episode where like they go to the museum and she like literally draws their like everything about them, like the fact that she's an assassin, the fact that he's a spy, and all this other crazy stuff. And like she's like freaks out to like doesn't want to show them her art, and they're both just like, "Hey, that's the TV show you watch. Hey, what is this?" Like, that's literally their lives right there in front of them, but they can't even piece it together, which is super hilarious. And how like when they're at the museum and he's like, "Okay, don't yell, all right?" And the first thing she does is immediately start yelling. Like I freaking love Anya. She's just so freaking cute.
And like with Yor, when she was like literally like her face, like she was like blushing every time she saw like a blade, or when she saw
and then like
the guillotine.
The guillotine was super funny.
That was such
like,
good
Yor,
stuff.
and he looked at her, he's like, "That's weird, but all right." Anyways, moving on. And it was just so funny. Just seeing that, and like how Lloyd was like freaking out the entire time too. He was like, "Yeah, we're never gonna fucking pass this." I just love that he just like couldn't accept that they might or may pass it. And in the end, the big surprise where like Anya's like, "Yeah, whatever, right? Like we go to the museum, we go to the orchestra together, this, that, and the other." And then I think there was he asked her a question like, "Oh, if somebody comes up to you and like tries to take you or whatever I forgot the question was, but then she literally repeats what he said, which is like, oh, you don't deserve to eat good, you deserve to like freeze in hell or some shit. But he thought that, like, he didn't say that out loud, he thought that, and then she says it, and he just like, where did you hear that from? Like you shouldn't know that I said that. And like she's just like, oh shit, that slipped, never mind. And he's like, never say that again. Like he just doesn't bat an eye, doesn't blink. It's just, it's so funny. I love the relationship between the three of them. I'm like Renee said, I hate that I have to wait a week to see this stuff animated, but it's good. It's good stuff. If you haven't watched it,
read it. You already know.
I mean, yeah.
And
it doesn't matter. I still want to watch it.
It also makes sense of him kind of like not really paying attention to Anya saying something like that, because in every single episode she says something crazy, and she's like, and he's like, where did you get that from? Like,
where do you hear these things? It's like, well, from you, but I'm not going to tell you.
Like in the last episode when not this one, but before this one, when she was getting fitted for her like her new dress or whatever, she's like, they're kidnapping me or some shit like that. You know, like, oh, this person's taking me away. It's like, where you get these words from? Like, you're a child.
So and then he like instantly just thinks like, oh, it's the spy show that she watches.
Yeah.
Nope, not even close. But but I mean, yeah, it's a good show. And then going from good show to
another good show. Let's go, baby.
We're moving on to Anime Swap, ladies and gentlemen. The Anime Swap is a segment in a staple on the Bento Boxcast anime podcast, where we discuss anime that, let's say, Rafa, myself, or Renee give to the other two to check out and give us their thoughts on the show. This week we had Princess Jellyfish, recommended to us by Rafa.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna just take the microphone here and give it a go. I absolutely hated this goddamn anime. I absolutely hated it.
What's wrong with you?
You know, I kind of bagged on the visuals, but it was actually not that bad. For an older anime, it wasn't that bad. I wouldn't say like great, but it was decent. But yeah, like, God, was it so fucking boring. I'm sorry, it was so boring. I was watching it with like Griffin and Recent in the Discord call, and they just kept hearing me complain because I could not get into it one bit. Like, and then they heard me call it when I thought that the princess, I think they called her, was a crossdresser. I'm like, that's definitely a guy. And then they're like, what are you watching? I'm like, don't worry about it. And then I just kept watching and reacting to it. I'm like, that's 100% a guy. And then, you know, we get to like the end of episode 1 and then episode 2, and like the wig comes off and the princess is a guy, and then she's like, oh, you swing that way. He's like, no, I just like cross-dressing, dude. Like, and then she could not wrap her head around it. The title of the first episode was weird as shit too. It was like Sex and Sisterhood. I was like, what anime is Rafa getting us into? Yeah, I did not enjoy it one bit. I'll even be 100% honest with you. I got halfway to episode 2 before I dropped it because I just could not. I could not latch onto it. Not even because I just didn't want to, but like it physically could not. Like, it did not give me one thing that I liked about it, like one. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I can't. Like, I just can't. Like, no. I was like, do I just want to sit here and bitch and moan about the anime that I'm watching for 3 episodes? No. So I was like, all right, clicked it off and continued to proceed to play video games. But I mean, yeah, not it for me. -1 out of 10 for me. Not no. Aww. This is probably the third, like, in the order of stuff I hate. Like, it's like the anime movie Alex gave us.
That was fucking horrible. Yeah.
I forget what the second one is, but the third most hated, that's this one. Did not like it.
That's insane. That is insanity.
Did not like it one bit.
This is such a good fucking show. You're insane.
Did not like it one bit.
You're insane.
Now, on the other side of my thought process,
the correct side. Let's go.
I don't know about that. That's an opinion.
The correct
Renee,
side.
what's your opinion on the anime?
So I was scared. I was scared going into this. You know, I was actually surprised with the animation. I thought it was gonna look a certain way, but I didn't mind it. It was nice, you know, for being an older show. I
at first I had no idea what I was watching. I'm like, what is happening? But like you learn about the characters and they essentially they're a sisterhood, right? You have these group of girls and they're like essentially otakus. Is that the right
Yeah, a
term?
bunch of
Right?
nerds. Bunch of nerds.
And I don't know if it's because I'm a female and I'm a nerd that I just like right away I was like, man, I want these girls to be my friends.
They're so like, oh
They're,
man, like they're so
they're so
quirky and
cool.
weird. You just want to hang out with them.
They're so weird. Like the girl who's obsessed with like the little like samurai figurines, and she's
The
constantly like just
she's always like
finding all.
moving. Yes, like oh, that's the Three Kingdoms. It's a Chinese fairy tale.
Like each I don't know. It was I liked it. I really did enjoy the show. I'm probably gonna keep watching. And like I said, I don't know if just because like there was like a connection, like I just kind of like felt like I related to a lot of these girls and how they are. Like, they're in their 30s, they have this sisterhood and they're all like no boys allowed and they're doing their own thing. You have Zucchini, who's like the main girl who's obsessed with jellyfish. She wants to be an illustrator. She draws jellyfish all the time. Um, and just like the whole scene where like, she's passing by the the fish shop and she sees these two different jellyfish breeds and she right away just had a panic attack because she's like, oh my
Yeah.
God, like you can't have these two breeds together because one's gonna end up dying. But like just like her overthinking and just like overreacting, it was just I don't know, like it was just so funny. Like it was very funny. This show's hilarious.
Mm.
She didn't want to talk to the manager because he was a cool guy, it was a boy. She's like, oh my God, like what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And she starts panicking and I don't know, like it was just very it was just it was just nice. It was just nice to watch, and then yeah, she befriends this like cross dresser and she has a whole other episode because she finds out he's a boy and he slept over at her apartment, like their apartment complex thing, and
Mm.
no boys allowed.
Yeah.
But he took a liking to her and the friends and he wanted to be around because he felt like his friends like I don't know, he just didn't vibe with them anymore. He vibed with this group, these girls who were passionate about other things. He can actually have like real conversations with them. Um, a lot of great moments. Like I can like, another moment where, I forgot his name, but he essentially like does like a makeover for Zucchini and
Mm-hmm.
the his brother ends up seeing her and like ends up becoming obsessed with her. Like
Yeah.
this show, I was very surprised. I watched the first 4 episodes.
Let's go.
Very relatable, very fun. These girls are super quirky, they're nerdy, they're a good time. I was really surprised. I was surprised about the show, but I really liked it. And I'm probably gonna keep watching it. Just because I want to see what happens. So totally different opinion than Hector's.
The correct opinion, may I add.
No, it's an opinion.
Hector, you just hate to see
You can't-
women
you
do their
can't-
thing.
you-
You just
that
want
is
them.
crazy that
You
you're
just
putting that
you just
narrative on
want
me.
you just want them to be
Hey, you
like
don't like it when I say shit about you and recent? That's crazy.
you
putting that
just
narrative on
you
me.
just want another dress up darling. You just hate it because they want to play with trains and talk about the Three Kingdoms and shit and jellyfish. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I don't know. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. That's
It's a
all it
good
is.
show.
Like,
It's a good show.
That's good.
It's a show about being true to yourself, and being accepted who you are. That's literally like the theme of the show, right? And the whole thing with the cross dresser guy, like the reason why he stopped hanging out with like his friends because he got tired of like all that fake shit. At the end of the day, he found people who are like true to themselves and like, oh man, these girls are fucking cool. I want to hang out with them every day because like they don't care what people think about them. They like what they like, and it's real to him. That's why he's hanging out. He's hanging out with them. It's cool to see. Also, the opening and ending are fucking top tier. The opening and ending is so fucking good. By the way, that the ending, the band that does the ending song, it did an opening for Naruto. I don't know if you recognize that band, but yeah.
no.
Fun
Oh.
fact. Fun fact.
Yeah, look
Yep.
into it.
It's called, the band's called Sabo Master. So
Sabo Master.
Yes. They did. I don't remember which opening. It's one of the original openings for Naruto, like the actual first run of Naruto.
Oh shit! Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
They did an open song for that, and the ending song of this one's really good. I love all the references in the opening. You know, they did references to so many fucking things in pop culture in that opening. It's a good fucking show. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know, Hector. I don't know. I actually expected Hector not to like this, honestly. But
then you'd be
I
right.
As I was watching, I'm like, I don't think Hector is liking any of this.
Yeah.
As I was watching this, I'm like, oh no, Hector does not like this.
Definitely was not a big fan, like at all.
Yeah, I was with Hector. I was like, yeah, Hector's not gonna like this at all. And with Renee, I was like, I feel like I have like a 50-50 shot with Renee with this one. So I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, so it's a good show. I actually like I was telling you, this is one of my secret favorite shows of all time. I actually own the Blu-ray to this. I really love this show. It's just yeah. I just love the themes about it. You know, just accepting who you are. You're like not trying to like put on this show of like, oh, I'm this type of person in front of these type of people type thing. It just has some really good themes. The themes of, and like friendship and unity, like the whole sisterhood thing. Like it's good shit. It's just good shit at the end of the day. Yeah.
Fair.
I was just gonna say, like, as I was watching the show, like each episode just got better and better. But like I remember at first, I watched the first episode. I went to Alex, and I was like, yo, I don't know what the fuck Rafa is making me watch. This is weird. And then like I watched episode 2, episode 3. I walked back to him, and I'm like, dude, I really like this show. Like I can see you be my friend. Like, this is a
Pretty
good show.
Yeah.
Funny.
But I mean, yeah. So there's that. That is our thoughts on Princess Jellyfish. Now, Renee's turn this time around to give us a recommendation. So Renee, what you got for us?
Okay. Because you guys have seen absolutely everything, it's been very hard for me to come across shows that you guys haven't seen. So I've just been like Googling top anime of all time, top 50 anime of all time, and then just reading things very briefly. And so I came across one. It's called Samurai Flamenco. I absolutely had no idea what this was about. I just pulled up a synopsis right here. But it says, firmly believing these words, Masayoshi Hazama has been obsessed with superhero shows since childhood. By day, he earns his living as a famous model, and by night, he becomes the gallant hero Samurai Flamenco. Armed with only his superhero costume, he seeks to bring justice to the city and faces anybody who tries to break the law. There you go, guys.
All right.
Samurai Flamenco.
There you go. If you guys cannot wait to hear about what we're going to think about Samurai Flamenco, then make sure to tune into next week's episode, as well as I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek to what we're going to be talking about next week. It is our 3-episode kind of roundup reflection on the season so far of all the anime that we have been watching, all the anime that we potentially, said we'd start, or, have on our list at the beginning of the season. So make sure to tune in next week to hear our thoughts on what we think about a lot of the anime this season. So make sure to check that out. And as you guys already know, all the stuff that we talked about, everything, all of our shout outs, all of our Twitch channels, all of our all of our Twitters are going to be in the description down below. So make sure to check it out, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks very much for tuning in. That was episode 47. Goodbye, everybody. Good night. Have a good one. Okay. See you later.
All right.